I'm talking bulletproof, kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal, note the sky needed a voice that finds reason to multiply. People in the streets for the cause, marching on Washington miners will be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peep the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politics with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Be the black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Be the black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Be the black superhero.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. And now before play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Giants at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Throwing Jones. And the ball is knocked out, but I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on third down, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back to throw. Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Running again with Barkley on second down. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Jones. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Barkley, inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Going up the gun, Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. Kadarius Toney deep for the Giants. .35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jones throwing on 4th down. Got a man, Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Pringle.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
20! Touchdown!
Darnell Mooney.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Santos with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He dumps it off to Barkley.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Gano's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Fields.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Fields now to throw.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here comes Toney on the return.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, here's Barkley again. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So first and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28.
Alexander Johnson finding his way behind the line and quickly to the football.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets up.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 5 now, second and a yard.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to a go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Running left, Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A handoff to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. To throw is Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Change in this ball game in the 4th quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure